Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve. Today is Tuesday, December 31st, last day of the freaking year. And today we will cover YieldMax funds, Tesley, Cony, NVDY, Misty, AMZY. All right. But before that, I just want to show you something funny. Not funny, but crazy maybe. So MSTX, obviously they're a 2x leverage fund of MSTR. They dropped massively after hours. If I refresh this, it'll actually show the proper percentage. If you look, it shows negative. It went away. I don't know why it's doing this, right? Negative 22%. See it? Negative 22%. MSTR, it's not even really red after hours. So people, I guess, were wondering what in the hell is going on. So I had to look myself, right? Look, it updated again, positive 6.2%, because that's the actual, after hours. So if I X this out and I go to the MSTX website, there is a distribution, right? And this distribution is $14.42, probably rounded to $14.43. And that ex-dividend date is today, right? It's today. It's 12/31, and they're going to pay it on January 3rd, which is, I believe, the Friday. So holy crap, right? Again, this is a newer fund, so I guess once a year they're going to have a distribution on anything that they have to pay out as income, at the end of the year. So you can kind of expect this, every December, supposedly. What in the hell? I'm hearing music. I hope that's not my freaking son upstairs. Anyway, so yeah, that's why the drop after hours, because it's reflecting the drop in the distribution on ex-dividend date. And that is a massive, massive distribution, right? Especially compared to the price of the fund. Holy crap. So yeah, I just wanted to cover that because I thought that was kind of unusual and kind of interesting. All right. So let's get to the trades. But yeah, before that even, I just wanted to quick update. I talked about this briefly yesterday. I did some tax loss harvesting myself on my portfolio, and I covered that in my options wheel weekly update video, even though it's, usually it's done on the Saturday, but I did an ad hoc update only because I did make some moves. I adjusted my portfolio, and I did it for several reasons, the biggest reason of which is to save some money on my taxes for this upcoming tax season. So if you're interested in what I did, you can go check out that video. I will pin it to the top of the comments. All right, now here we go. So who had trades yesterday? Tesley had a trade. Okay. Cony had 10,000 trades. Yep, no news there, right? Nothing new there. Misty had a decent amount of trades as well. So yeah. It was a fun day, right? So anyway, let's go to Tesley. What did they do? All right. Again, this is the intraday trade download from their website. Obviously, if you click any of the funds, you go to intraday trade, it'll show all of the trades in one. Tesley will reflect at the top, which is why I always get the header on Tesley. But anyway, this is it. Buy call, B for buy call, SS, short sell, sell put. All right, top two, they added to their synthetic. All right, buy, call, sell, put is adding to their synthetic. 430 contracts. And then the two below that is a call credit spread. They're selling a call. And then what are they doing? They're buying a call. So, call credit spread. It shows that because they're selling a call at a lower strike price than what they're buying a call at. And if you look at the expiration date, they chose January 3rd, so they did keep it in this week, which they should, right? It was only Monday when they did the trade. So yeah, the good news is, new people are buying into Tesley fund, so they're able to add new money and put that money to work right away. And by the way, when I interviewed Jay on the last interview, which was not that long ago, it was Christmas week, I asked him, do they always put that money, to work right away? And it's pretty much yes. So if funds get added, they are put to work right away, even though I've seen otherwise. And maybe that's due to timing, but yeah, but it's good to know, right? You got to, if you put money in, your money is put to use right away, and it's good to know. Okay, let's go to Google Sheets. Who better behave for us, right? All right, so here's the synthetic tab. It says synthetic 480 because that's the strike price. Now we go here on 1230. We can see, okay, there's the 430 contracts. So they added 430 contracts, and they bought a call and they sold a put. They bought a call, it was 25.48 per share, and they sold a put for 79.20 credit per share. Why is the credit so much higher? Well, because the price of Tesla is so much lower than the strike of the synthetic. So, keep that in mind. That there's risk for them to essentially add to this position at such a low price, right? If Tesla's at 417, they're buying a call, right? That's cheap. That's cheaper because it's 13% away from the strike price that they're choosing. They're saying, okay, I think it's going to go up that much, right? And for the sell put, that's getting a massive credit because they're committing. They'll say, all right, I'll buy the shares at 480 at this strike price, right? And meanwhile, the price is 13% lower. So you're committing to buying shares 13% higher than current value. So obviously, yeah, you're going to get paid a pretty penny for that. So if you're bullish on Tesla, especially by this expiration date, this is actually a good move, right? Because you're getting paid to add to the synthetic. However, if Tesla, if it doesn't work out for you, then obviously, yeah, it could harm you. But either way, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really matter because this is their synthetic position. And anytime they get new money, they add to their synthetic position. It's either they add to the only synthetic position that they have, or they add to the various, synthetic positions that they have. Obviously, if they have one synthetic position like Tesla and they decide, all right, the gap is too crazy, let's open a new one at say 420 or 415. They can do that if they want to. Again, why are they not doing that here? We don't know. Maybe the gap is not wide enough. Maybe they have a percentage based. Maybe it's 20%. Maybe it's just depending, right? But right now, they added to the 480 lone synthetic. This is the only synthetic. All right. Sorry for the further breakdown, but sometimes, I get caught up. So anyway, this synthetic expires in 221. So technically, they don't have to do anything with this synthetic until 221.25. And by then, we'll be old and gray, right? All right, so let's go to the weeklies tab. How did Tesla do yesterday? Tesla went down. It went down 3.3%. TSLY went down 2.71%. So the market overall, though, kind of went down. A lot of people, I think, are selling for, tax purposes, I believe. Plus, the market has been down, as of late, it's been down. I mean, what can you do? You get the occasional green days, and today could be one of them. I don't know. We'll see. But it's just been a little bumpy as of late. We'll just say that. Now, the trade they did yesterday, let's highlight that first. So if we go to 12:30 under activity date, right? That's the day they made the trade. And then I show the expiration date right next to it. It shows January 3rd, 2025, okay? Number of contracts, 430. And they opened a position. They sold a call with a strike price of 440. And that is 5.41% out of the money, which means it's 5.41% higher than the current stock price. All right. And then they bought a call at 475. Again, this is essentially an insurance policy in case the 440 gets blown through, in case Tesla flies to the moon, right? They want to capture some of that upside. Obviously we have a dead zone that I call it, a $35 dead zone, which, that's there's nothing they could do there, right? It is what it is. But like I said, the 475, once it breaches the 475, they're certainly going to make, a lot of money. However, until that part, like if they fall above the break even of 446.30, right, and then below the 475, that's a real crapshoot, right? But again, the end goal is really if they close below the 440, right, and they get a maximum profit at the same time. So again, this is for what, 3 trading days, because we got a holiday in between. So we'll see how this works out. By the way, the annualized yield on this trade, a little aggressive, to be honest. Again, I don't know the timing of the trade, so this yield is not always accurate. Actually, it's definitely not accurate because I'm not using the freaking 252 rule. So I'm correcting myself right now because they're selling within the same week. So I can't use weekends in the formula. So I have to use 252, which is the number of trading days in a year. Put one there, and then I put one there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then I like to make it blue so I know I did that, right? So that one's blue. This is what I do on my options sheet as well. So I like consistency. Okay, so that yield, I guess it makes a little more sense, right? It's a 74% yield. The 30 DIV is 70%. So glad I caught that before I made assumptions. Okay, so here's the recap on the other holdings that all expire for this Friday. They got, again, I didn't color code them yet because I keep forgetting, but whatever. The 455, you could see the 3 trades, are all at the top, are all 455, and they did buy a call 482.50. So the 455, which is approximately 26,000 contracts, is now 9% out of the money. Again, with 3 trading days, that's pretty good. But we'll see. We'll see how things work out. And then they have 450 contracts, 452.50 strike price, 8.41% out of the money. How's that doing? We'll see. I mean, they're in a good spot. Obviously, they're in a good spot because the market's going down. But hopefully, it chills out a little. Outstanding shares did jump by 800K, so that's pretty good, right? And then the recap is 30-day IV of Tesla is 70%, which we mentioned before, which, by the way, is really good, right? That's a really good IV. Makes me want to trade TSLY kind of like now. Outstanding shares, 77,125,000. Total net income, 484,000, which, again, new cycle. So they're just starting their baby steps. So that massive distribution comes to a penny. Daily income, not even enough worth mentioning. Daily yield, 0.01%. Annualized yield, 3.11%. Do you remember when an annualized yield of 3.11% was a high yield? Yeah, I do, because it wasn't that long ago, right? A company like 3M, oh my God, they pay a high yield. They pay 3.11%. What? Now it's like, all right, leave me alone. Reaction, I don't know. I figured I'd look up this cyber cab. Is this a cyber cab? I guess it is, right? So this is supposed to pick us up and just drive us somewhere? I don't know. Are we bullish on Tesla? What do you think? That's pretty damn cool, though. Their cars look like pretty. I know a lot of people hate Tesla, but I don't know why. I mean, it's they're pretty cool looking cars. I mean, it's futuristic, right? If that's the proper term. Anyway, Group A declares again in 22 days, and that's on January 22nd. By the way, I'm not like an Elon fanboy either. I hate electric cars, and I'll never buy one unless like things really are made much easier for us. But it doesn't mean I don't think, they're cool in general. Like the idea of it is pretty, it's come so far. So that's my point. Anyway, let's go to the payment info. Synthetic income. Again, we have income. Why? Because we saw what we added, right? We got a nice credit on that put. Synthetic income is now 2.3 mil. The short call income is 484K. So total net income is 2.7 mil. Not bad. Not a bad start. Total income per share is 4 cents. Total weekly income per share on the weeklies is 1 penny. throw that into the Rodemaner, and you're going to get 3 cents, baby. Obviously, that's not going to, that's not properly accurate because they haven't really made, true income yet. We'll see when they close out this week's trades. But if we look at the IV, which again is pretty sweet IV, 71% IV, which is good, that would produce an 87-cent distribution. But, Tesley shareholders are getting accustomed to over $1. So that would kind of be a letdown. All right, holding information. Let's zoom out a little. How we doing? Well, we got our synthetic. It's at 224 negative on the puts, right? The buy call is 62 mil. So big gap there. So you take my money. I tried to make a gold digger ratio and I didn't have a chance. I completely forgot yesterday, and then I remembered this morning, and I ran out of time. And obviously, I'm rambling a lot in this video, so I'm already running late on this video. But anyway, that being said, the trades in the middle, all of them expire Friday, so we'll see how that plays out. Synthetic bailout in the negative, so useless. The total net assets of this fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 1471, and the trade price is 1473. All right, 2 cent gap for anyone that cares. Okay. Now, the other one that had a trade is Misty. So we'll pull up Misty. And then we'll go to that trade. Okay, here we are. So here's Misty. What did they do? Well, similar transactions, buy call, sell put, sell call, buy call. So top 4 is just like what Tesley did. New money came in. They added to their synthetic and they sold calls right away for that week. All right. Same week. Awesome. However, down below, they decided I'm going to do BC buy to close 13,000 contracts at the 370. I'm going to pay 60 cents. So I know that's a win. And then I'm going to use those same contracts and I'm going to sell a call into next week. Not even this week, next week. Why? I don't know. Because again, that position was around 20-something thousand. So they broke up the position, essentially kind of split it in half and said, all right, let's close out some of them. And I'll show you on the sheet, but still, they, again, it's interesting that they're actually, at least it knows like they're thinking, they're doing different things. It's a way to capture, maybe more of the volatility, more of the premium sooner rather than later. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the spreadsheet. All right. So here is their synthetic. They have one synthetic as well. It's a synthetic 315. All right. So before we even look at the trade, look at MSTR. They're below the 315. And guys, could you imagine that they would be below the strike price of this synthetic? This synthetic was so valuable not that long ago. We are now in the hole here. We're now below that synthetic strike of 315 by 3.82%. If you want to look at the plus side, right? The plus side is it's essentially, how much is it? MSTR. Again, I don't know what the price of MSTR when they opened that position, but obviously, and let's look at so the call was more expensive than the put, right? So if we go here, the buy call, 47.49. The sell put, 43.40. All right. Okay. So again, the price is close, but it is below the strike. But we still, the call was still more costly than the put. Okay, and that tells you something, right? But either way, it's essentially a wash, right? It's almost a wash between the two. So they just added 1,250 contracts to the current synthetic position, and we'll see how that plays out. That'll get added to the payment 3, totals, obviously, which is picking up since that has begun. So now let's go to the weeklies tab, and let's see how MSTR did yesterday. Not good, right? Not good. MSTR, it went down by 8.19%, down to 302.96. So, almost under 300. MSTY, wow, that sucks. MSTY went down 9.81%. I didn't even notice this. How the hell is that even possible? So, all right. Just double check and see if there's anything funky here. No. Okay, so MSTY went down more than MSTR. That's, again, uncommon, but due to some, some trades that could happen. Okay, let's take a look at this freaking data. There's a lot of data here. So first, we're going to see, let's see what they closed. They closed some stuff, right? So they closed, 13,000 contracts. And you see, if you look between rows 156 and 159, that was 2 lines before. That was 26,075 contracts that they had separate. And now they split it up. They said, no, I'm just going to close 13,000 of them. I'm going to pay 60 cents, and I'm going to call it a win. All right, so they got out of that one with a win. So good job. About $9 million, when all said and done for that half of it. So they took those 13,000 contracts and they took them down here and they said, all right, I'm going to sell a call into next week. Not even this week, next week. 332.50 strike, 9.75% out of the money. Annualize that. Let's see that sucker. 97% minus the 31. It's a 60. Nah, not that great, honestly. So they did go conservative. So maybe they don't know, right? They're saying, all right, let's play it safe. MSTR is nuts. Well, we know it's nuts. But again, that's what they did for next week. And then we know new money came in, right? The 1250. So that new money, they decided, all right, let's sell a call into this week's expiration, which they did at 330. That was 8.93% out of the money. I didn't update the annualized yield, so I'm not going to cover that because, again, it's not through the weekend, so I shouldn't use the 365 method. Now, as far as the rest of the trades, let's go back to the top and see what we got left for this week. Again, we have today. Today's a full trading day. We don't have tomorrow, holiday, but we have Thursday and Friday. So we have 3 trading days. All right, so now we have 370 strike price. What's open on that now? Well, we have 13,075 plus the 33 at the top at 370. And that's 22% out of the money. Is that safe? I mean, it looks safe. Looks like that's a win. But guess what? MSTR, if it goes up 10%, we should capture most of that upside now. So that's a good thing. Now, in between that, there's 2,727 contracts, 367.50 strike price. That's 21% out of the money. So that looks good too. So again, check, Mike, check. All right. Now we got 5,000 contracts, 365 strike price, 20% out of the money. All right. I like it a lot, right? All right. Let's see what else we got here. We got a lot of 350s, right? A lot of 350s. And how many? I don't know, 1,000, 1980, 4325, and 5550. You do the math. I don't feel like it today. That's a 350 strike. That's 15% out of the money, okay? 15%. Even that looks good. So all of the trades look good, right? The only one that we're really not sure of is how for next week, right? But that's only 13,000 contracts. They have, they could scatter-do, which they have been. So we'll see. Again, market's been red. So covered call strategy doing well in the red market. But as fast as MSTR goes down, it come right back up. We'll see. All right, so yesterday, again, that was 12:30. How many additional outstanding shares were purchased? About 775K. That's a 1.4% increase. That's pretty good. The 30-day IV of MSTR is 91%. So the IV of Tesla seems to go up. The IV of MSTR is going down. Not so nice. Anyway, outstanding shares, 56.1 mil. Total net income, 74.3 mil. Hell yeah. Distribution, $1.32. Daily income, 11 cents. Daily yield, 0.4%. Annualize that sucker, 146%. By the way, most of you got that reference the last time. And yes, I do wrestling quotes because, I was always a big wrestling fan growing up. And, it was the Attitude Era. It was fun. Now, wrestling, it's never going to be that fun again. Sorry, guys. Anyway, are you ready? Sorry, I did it again. But, MSTR is ready. It's ready for blast-off. Even though this freaking, the chart, like, it's stuck under 100K, right? It's stuck. goes back. Boing, bong, boom, bong, 90K, 100K, 90K, 100K. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Especially the covered calls strategy. They're ready, right? They didn't close them too soon, right? There's a lot of them that aren't going to be capped if it does go up. So we're ready for some upside. Group D, they declare in 15 days on January 15th. Payment information, yeah, we got money. We got a synthetic loss, though, of 13.7 mil. That's okay. We got weekly income of 74 mil. That's a total net income of 60 mil. So if you look at the total income per share, it's about $1.08. If you look at just the weeklies, it's $1.32. All right. Rodimator, what do we got? Well, again, if we just use the weeklies, which is doing very, very well, we would be looking at a distribution of $2.98, which is a 141% yield. But if we strive for the IV is 92%, and that would be a $1.94 payment. Now, if we look at the latest distribution, it's 308. So in either scenario, it would be obviously a cut in the distribution. But again, a lot can change before declaration date. Now, as far as, synthetic, the pink is pinking, They're gold digging almost, right? 234 negative versus the 188 mil on the positive on the dude. The only reason I'm not going to sing gold digger is because this could flip at the blink of an eye. So we'll see how today goes. If MSTR goes down today, I might have no choice but to sing gold digger. But yeah, see, you see the synthetic bailout. It's negative 45 mil. That's certainly worthy of singing usually, but we're talking about Misty here. All right, the total net assets of this fund is $1.5 billion. All right, look at the freaking NAV, 27.32. What's going on? We're under $30. The trade price is 27.48. So yeah, is this a discount? Who the hell knows, right? Everyone makes their own discount, right? Everyone has a different cost basis. You decide for yourself. All right. Let's move on to NVDY. NVDY, how are you, NVDY? Well, NVDY did not have a trade. NVDY is bougie, as you can tell. They have a 148, a 138, and a 127. Well, yeah, the 148 sucks. It's 7% under, all right? 138, yeah, it's at the money. It's 0.37. And the 127, it's doing good. It's 8.26% above. So, yeah, they're all over the place. They're scattered-do on the synthetic. Is that good? Yeah. Some may say yes. Some may say no. Does it net the same result? Possibly. Obviously not penny for penny, but, the overall gist is the same. But anyway, let's see. What do we got here? Nvidia had a green day yesterday. Do you believe it? Through the redness of everything, Nvidia was green. I thought it was more green than this, but it was green it went up by 0.29%. NVDY went up 0.25%. So, hey, we'll take what we can get. But they had no trades. So let's see what they're left with heading into the Happy New Year, right? This week is all screwed up. I don't know why I didn't take off yesterday or today. And then I got to work Thursday, Friday. It's a very annoying work week. I'll just say that. All right. Again, I did not highlight. I did not color coordinate. But all you need to know is it's about split, right? So we have about 55,000 contracts, 143 strike price. That is 4.01% out of the money. So that is tight, but it might be good, but we'll see. Now the other one, which looked ridiculous, right? Ridiculous trade. It's out of the money at least. It's 52,000 contracts, 138 strike. It's 0.37% out of the money. I mean, that's freaking tight as hell. So Nvidia, man, it's going to be a close one. But again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just let it play out. Outstanding shares, no, nothing. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to buy NVIDIA? That's your choice. All right, 30-day IV of NVIDIA, 44%. Outstanding shares, 60.7 mil. Total net income, boo. That's a not income. That's a loss of 12.4 mil. Sorry. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You know, I'm supposed to be done singing, but what I was thinking about, since Nvidia was finally green, it was green when everything else was red. I was thinking Nvidia just doing a Grinch smile, right? Nvidia fund manager doing a little Grinch smile because he's like, hee 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 hee. Anyway, they declare, not today, not tomorrow, but Thursday. Thursday morning is January 2nd, right? It's going to be a new freaking year, another digit, another date to think about. But yeah, on that day, on the 2nd, they will declare their distribution, which, what is it going to be? I don't know. Nobody knows. But we shall see. All right. Synthetic income? No, lost 62 mil. Short call income? No, lost 12.4 mil. Total net loss, 74.9 mil. So yeah, we got nothing. We got nothing, and more of nothing. So yeah, they're losing money. But if we just look at the IV is 44%, so 88 cents. Sound good? Yeah. You get what you get and you don't get upset, all right? The last distribution was $1.18. So 88 cents, it's not terrible. It's not that far off. Hey, be grateful, all right? Anyway, what do we got? We got synthetics, right? We got pink. We got 3 pinks. We got 3 oranges. It's kind of balanced out, right? It's fair, right? I mean, I'd say they're the girls that they're with are in their league, so there's no real gold diggers here necessarily, which is good, right? You want to try to stay in your league, but if you want the gold digger, hey, go for the gold digger, right? But just keep us out of it, okay? Anyway, the calls in between, you see, obviously they expire this week. We'll let all that play out, all right? We already talked about it. So the synthetic overall, though, it is positive 4.1 mil, so that's good. The total net assets of NVDY is 1.4 bill. The NAV is 23.74, and the trade price is 23.76. So not bad, right? So that's the big 3. Now we go to the big 2, and we talk about Cony and we talk about AMZY. So first, let me see if I can pull up that trade again. Get a little cold in here. It was getting warm out. I had some warm days, and then it got cold. So yeah, guys, why does it look so crazy? Well, because they freaking split everything up, and they have call credit spread. So every damn transaction is 4 freaking lines, right? If you're closing out the call credit spread, right, they got 2 lines, and they're opening a new one, they got 2 more lines. So yeah, and then if they spread all these out to various contracts, yeah, that's why tracking Cony was a complete nightmare. And every time I see these trades again, I'm like, oh my God, thank God, right? Because it's just a lot. But again, it's getting to that point where all these funds are just becoming a little too complex. So that being said, enough whining. Just all I say is look at the BC. BC, buy to close. All right, they closed out calls, all right? 42 cents, BC buy to close. BC buy to close, 55 cents. BC buy to close, 41 cents. BC buy to close, 58 cents. BC buy to close, 46 cents. What do all those have in common? They all were under $1. So typically, if they're doing a buy to close, especially on Cony, and they pay under $1, that's a win. That is a win. Now, to give you an idea of what they usually get, right, when they sell calls, look at the credits. Sell call, 463, all right? This is the SS, by the way, for short sale. So SS, 547, SS, 487, 7202. That's adding to the synthetic, okay, so we can ignore that. And then we have SS towards the bottom, 558, and then SS 505. So typically, yeah, between $4 and $5 credit. So if they close out a call for less than $1, then yeah, obviously they won that trade. So again, I'm trying to help you guys understand it both ways, right? The detailed version and obviously the quick version, which is just like glancing. Okay, let me just look at a trade myself. Let me see how they did. All right, boom, boom, boom. And like I said, one day I'm going to cover most, if not all. I'm going to say most because I'm going to end up, and this is my thinking, I'm going to end up just covering probably Misty. Maybe Misty and Tesley, but maybe just Misty as a detailed version. I don't think you need the detailed version. And then I can cover all of them together. Not every single fund, but the funds that I'm currently doing like this. And it's not that bad. I know the details help, obviously, but it's really, I don't know. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. We're not ready to have that. Let's end this year on a bang. All right. Okay. So, how did Coin do yesterday? Coin, well, you went down. You went down by 3.97%. That wasn't nice. All right. How did Cony do? They went down by 3.53%. That wasn't nice either. We got lots of red. All right. So what do we got, though? We got three synthetics. Really? Three synthetics. We got a 280, a 300, a 320. What in the hell? Coin price is 255. Ew. All right. Let's look at the dudes. Oh, my God. You got some broke ass MFs in here. Oh my God. What are you doing? Yeah. Oh my God. You take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over time. That ain't gonna bring. You hear me now? All right, I'm done. Obviously, I don't know all the words. I'm humming some of it, but that was worthy of a longer verse here because three gold diggers were getting destroyed. We're getting destroyed. We got three pathetic, broke-ass loser dudes going on dates with some bougie-ass women, and they are taking all of our money, and they are pushing our NAV down to the ground, all right? Enough with this Gucci bag crap, all right? Let's move on from these gold diggers. All right, so anyway, enough about the gold diggers. What do we got for this week? Well, we got some calls expiring this week, and then we got some calls expiring next week. So the top four lines are for this week. Let's cover them first, all right? We have 525 contracts, 270 strike price, 5.65% out of the money. Okay, okay. But bigger position, 14,576 contracts, 282.50 strike price, 10% out of the money. Hey, 3 trading days, I like my odds. But it is crypto. Now, we do have a call credit spread, obviously, but we don't have to worry about that at this very moment. But the trade for next week, the call they sold for next week, 26,000, 4 contracts. That's 270 strike price, 5.65% of the money. Same strike as above, but for freaking next week. Next week's a full week. So, eeky. I don't like that. I don't really like that at all. But they have a call credit spread. 2 of them. They bought a call at 305 and I bought a call at 310. So, yeah, they got gaps. They got $35 and $45 gap. So, again, we'll see how that plays out. Crypto's been pretty red, though. So this may be a smart trade. Synthetic bailout. Yeah, that's negative by a lot. Negative 183 mil. Total net assets of Cony is $1 billion still, barely. The NAV is 1331, trade price 1332. We go to the 30-day IV of Coin, 69.7%. IV estimate 71 cents. And they declare, again, not this week, but next week. And that's 8 days away. So, yeah, that's Cony, okay? Now let's go to AMZY. AMZY, how did Amazon do yesterday? Amazon went down 1.11%. AMZY went down 0.79%. So, yeah, whatever. It's red. Everything was freaking red. What can you do? Now, let's see. How's their synthetic, though? They have one synthetic, thank God, right? A 210. Amazon's at 221. So they're doing just fine, right? Hey, I'm AMZY. I'm rolling, right? All right, so their calls, though, let's take a look. They all expire Friday, so that's cool. Let's see how it works out, though. 11,035 contracts, 225 strike price, 1.67% out of the money. That's a little too close. And then they got 760 contracts, 230 strike price, 3.93% out of the money. Okay, I feel a little better, but not that good. But yeah, those are close. But again, it is Amazon. Amazon don't move like these other ones, right? So hopefully they come out alive. Now, the value of this fund is $261 million. The NAV is now down to $18 range, $18.94. The trade price is $18.97. Synthetic bailout money. It is worth $15 million. So, hey, guess what? We got that in our back pocket. Now, the 30-day IV of Amazon is 29.73%. The estimate simply based on that IV is 43 cents, and they declare again in 15 days, January 15th, because again, they're in Group D. They're in Group D with Misty, all right? So they kind of get forgotten. All right, so that's the update on all the trades. I felt like I talked forever, but now I will talk more as we get to the pre-market and see how we're doing. So if I hit refresh on marketwatch.com website, I will get my list, my watch list, right? So let's get to it. What time is it? 5:49. Yeah, that's definitely late. So that means I've been yapping a lot. So I apologize for the long video, but hey, you made it this far. You might as well stick around. So here we go. This is me just reading off pre-market numbers. Why? Well, because. All right, Tesla is up 1.74%. It's at 424.66. Tesley is up 1.36%. It's at 14.93. NVDY, right? NVDY, is that the way to say it? NVDY is up 0.79%. It's at 138.58. NVDY is up 0.59%, 23.90. Coin is up 1.35%. It's at 259. Cony's up 1.13%. It's at 13.47. MSTR is up, wow, it's up 3.55%. It's at 313.70. MSTY is up 2.44%. It's at 28.15. TSLY is up 3.39%. It's at 30.50. TNA is up 1.22%. It's at 42.24. AMZY is not updated. It's at 10.22. AMZY is up 0.63%. It's at 19.09. Bitcoin is down. Wow, Bitcoin's down, but the others are up. It's down 0.21%. It's at 94,003. BitX is down 0.26%. It's at 52.77. Soxel is up 2.15%. It's at 28.54. SMCI is up 1.56%. It's at 31.16. SMCY is it updated? I don't even know. It says it's it's 26 bucks. Palantir is up 0.97%. It's at 77.93. Platy is up 0.85%. It's at 72.53. TSM, or shall we say TISM, is up 0.09%. It's at 258. TISME is up 0.73%. It's at 1940. Mara's up. It's up 0.87%. It's at 1744. Someone asked why I don't have Maro, and yeah, I forgot to add it again, but I didn't have it because Maro didn't exist when I added Mara. But yeah, so anyway, I should probably start removing some of these anyway because some of you guys get annoyed with the pre-market. So, and it is kind of, I guess, irrelevant at this point. So maybe I should just show, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'll just show the funds that we cover, but we'll see. Okay, guys, we made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. You did it. I'm very proud of you. All right. Anyway, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So I hope you had fun. I hope you were entertained. If not, we will try again tomorrow morning on the new year. Another freaking year. 2024, I'm not going to lie, it was a really good year for me. Especially with YouTube. Obviously, I learned a lot with options. I made a lot with options. I lost, some with options with my tax loss harvesting too. But that's fine. It's all about learning, and it's also about learning the ETFs. All these new ETFs, we need to know which are the best to buy, right? Strategically for yourself, for your own retirement, for your strategy, for your goals. What ETF should you buy? Most of us, let's be real, most people, they don't want to do options themselves, but they want high income. So they will pay people to produce that high income. But the question is, which is the best fund? And again, that's nobody knows that answer except for the individual themselves for their own account. But anyway, enough yip yapping about that. If you enjoy this content and if you really, really enjoy it, please hit the like button. If you really, really, really enjoy it, feel free to comment. If you really, 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 really enjoy it, feel free to share the channel with your friends and family. And now really, outside of that, I'm really getting to the end, I promise. But if you made it this far in the video You want to prove it, you gotta say the key word. Which, honestly, it's the last day, right? Last day of 2024. So I'm going to ask the community a question. What was your biggest accomplishment? And you can brag. Let's hear it, man. You guys work hard. You work hard for your money. You work hard for your goals. What was your biggest accomplishment? It doesn't even have to be financial, by the way. What was your biggest accomplishment in 2024, right? What was it? What was it? Let me know in the comments down below, and that way I know, well, number one, you made an accomplishment, and number two, you made it through the end of the video. And this was a long one for sure. We'll see. It's probably a 40-minute video. I'll have to check, but yeah. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful that you did make it through this far in the video, and I'd be even more grateful if you show me, what your greatest accomplishment was for this entire year, all right? All of 2024, what was your greatest accomplishment? Okay, guys, now I'm really done yapping, so let me go. Let me upload this before the internet gets busy and it takes forever, and hopefully I get this out by 6:30 a.m. But again, thank you for watching, and yeah, Happy New Year. I'll probably say it again in the next video, but Happy New Year. Hope you guys are going to do something fun tonight. I'm doing the usual. Maybe I'll try to stay up with my son. I know he probably wants to, but there's no way. No way. I can't even make it past 10, but, we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Happy New Year, all that jazz. But, yeah, we made it through the year. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got another one coming. All right, I'm out of here. Later.